Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, everybody. Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 93, OTA, workout reactions, and Twitter war edition of the Birds of Broad Street. I'm your boy, Mizzy Miss Kukat Community, representing the Birds, with one of my co-hosts, Bird Game 31.
What up, guys? How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm back at work, but I'm excited to talk some birds. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We got the round table crew of King DV in the building. What up, King?
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? What's going on? Just ready to talk Eagles, man. It's been a while since I've been on the video, so I'm ready to go.
Yep, and we got Smitty Eagle in the building. What up, Smitty?
You
Smitty?
already know, man. It's just in rotation, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, we just in rotation, man. We Eagles, man. Everybody hate us, but we love to hate them. So hey, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Today's episode, we're going to episode 84. I forgot. We're going to talk about the OTAs. We're going to continue the conversation of the Eagles and Cowboys Twitter war. We're going to continue that conversation, and we might be bringing you guys in. So be on the lookout. Hopefully next week, we know Trey's going to be here next week. Nosha Gang should be returning next week. Moan says she'll be here about 7:50. Cross our fingers. But let's go ahead and talk about it. OTA workout reaction. We're going to break down each position. Yeah, we might get a call in from with you guys. We'll let you guys know. We'll see how the show progresses. So we're gonna let's talk OTA workout. We're talking each position, what we like, what we didn't like. So first off, OTA reactions. Smitty, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts on OTAs so far?
It seems like we do the simplest stuff, but they hate us more, man. I don't understand what's going on. Like they say my boy broke a sled. Then they go to talk about Mozzie Smith. Then they say DeAndre Swift look good. They go talk about Tony Pollard. They say Hurts look good. He ain't throw for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. I don't know, man. I'm happy though. They want to kick on my parade, but I'm happy though. I'm cool. They can have it, man. They got it.
Yep. King, how you feeling about OTAs?
I'm not even going jump on the Cowboys, that little parade because they want you to argue with them. But as far as OTAs, man, I'm happy with what I'm seeing, man. I like the connection from Hurts to DeAndre Swift. I'm loving to hear that the guys the veterans is bigging up the rookies, man. You hear Terrell Evans talk about our safety that we got from Illinois. To hear him talk about that, and you just like, wow, like they're basically breaking the noise, and they got a lot of like vets / Hall of Famers that they're going against in these OTAs. I know some of the vets are not in there, like Brandon Graham, Hassan Reddick, and so forth. But so far so good, man. I can't wait until the next OTA practice to see some more film, to see what we got going on. I'm very excited about the wide receiver 3, that position with Ozzie and also Quez Watkins. I'm leaning towards Ozzie though. We can get into that a little bit later, but I'm leaning towards Ozzie though.
Yep. And Bird Gang?
Man, I love what I'm seeing. These Georgia boys are bringing an immediate impact to the team. They are hungry. They want to make their presence felt the first year, and they want all of them to do it together. So I'm excited to see what I've seen so far. Jalen Hurts look good always. He is that dude. So I'm not worried about nobody doing what they got to do. Everybody seems to be right on track where they need to be this time of the year.
Yep. So what we're going to do right now is break down each position, what we like, what we didn't like the position. First off, the quarterback position. And before anyone asks, This is what my boy looked like last year from the
Bye
pocket.
haters.
For all the haters in the back,
Bye
my
haters.
quarterback, Bird Gang, say the line for the people in the back.
Bye haters.
Jalen Freaking!
Jalen freaking.
So there you go. Let's talk about our quarterback in the backup position. Smith, we'll start with you. What you liked about Jalen? What you liked about the backups? What's up with your quarterback?
Man, listen. If y'all ain't prepared yet, y'all ain't gonna never be prepared for the man to get better. People don't even think he gonna get better. They thought last year was it. He's progressing every day, man. We a day at a time type team, bro. We ain't worried about February and June. Like he ready to get better every day. I think it's gonna be good. I think Mariota bring a good element because they say he looking fast. He gonna be able to give our defense something, every week to keep us on our toes. I don't know about the Ian Book situation. I mean, I want to see Tanner McKee, to be honest. I really do want to see him throw that rock. So, I mean, it's nothing to hate. But I seen where Lamar Jackson had to make a quote, what I'm saying, about he's gonna be running less, passing more. But when you're a person like Jalen Hurts, you don't need to put emphasis on what you're doing. You just let it be shown, man. And we did that last year. People didn't think he was getting better last year. They thought we was gonna be the same team with a 9-8 record. We come out 14-3. He's a true born leader, man. If you can't follow him, then you can't follow nobody. You might as well just go ahead and head out the door. If you don't like Hurts and you're an Eagles fan, go find a new team.
He gonna be here for a while.
Exactly. Go ahead, Bird. You want to say something about your
I was
quarterback
gonna
and the
say he
QB
gonna be
room?
here for a while, man. If he can go ahead and go to, you know what I gotta say about it, man. This guy's the goat already, and everybody wondering what's the next step. What's the next step for Jalen? Does he need another step? Was last year's step wasn't good enough for you? Did you see the stats? Put the stats back up. You guys talk about he can't throw from the pocket. You see those number one, number two, and number one in the pocket stats? Come on, man. This guy is the truth. Anything more is just like you might as well just call him the GOAT now because he'll be the best quarterback ever the way he's on route right now. So I don't know what everybody's looking for. I don't think the Eagles care about what everybody's looking for. I don't care about what everybody's looking for. He's already there. And like you said, he's going to get better every year for like at least the next 4 years. He's only 24 years old. He only started with what 2 seasons because he's going to get better. No, barring injuries, great Jalen Hurts can be the greatest quarterback of all time. Barring
Yeah.
injuries.
They only got one knock on them at this point is that we lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a good problem to have. I'm cool
yeah,
with
Exactly.
down with
King?
that one.
Man, when you think that Jalen Hurts didn't go through the ringer and everything like that, they come out with something about us trying to get Russell Wilson. And I know that's going to light a fire under him. I know that he knows that our organization is doing what we can to put everything around him. Like, we need the hot routes going. We got DeAndre Swift. We got the running back room to for him not to run as much and put himself into
You know,
certain situations, but don't get it messed up. He still can do that. You know, um, I'm with Burgay, man. He's the best quarterback in the league. I'm gonna just flat out say it. I really believe that you know with more progression, especially with all these weapons, he's going to look like it. He's going to look like it, man. Like this whole year, I don't care what competition we go against. It's just it's going to be factoring around him because he's the game changer and he can actually control the defense. I haven't seen any quarterback besides Patrick Mahomes to be able to do that. Like Burrow cannot do it. Allen can't do it. Jalen Hurts is up there with like the elites right now, and this is only going into his fourth season, third season starting. So that's saying a lot. Number one, number two, I'm with Smitty. I do want to see Tanner McKee actually get that third spot. Um, I want to see what Mariota does to make sure that he's the guy. But I know his veteran presence could help Jalen Hurts just on the sideline if Jalen Hurts missed something. Because regardless of how high praise we give Jalen Hurts, still is human. At the end of the day. So I hope everything just come together how we vision it. And quarterback room. I just really no big concerns there.
Yep.
hey,
So,
I'm not even gonna say nothing about no second or third string quarterback because I didn't care less. I only care about them in the preseason and OTAs. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to see another quarterback hit that field this year. I think you guys heard Jalen want to make sure he starts all the games this year. And I'm
He only
behind
playing
you.
16
Everybody,
games, Bird. He only
huh?
playing 16. He only playing 16, man.
Yeah. So
That's
I
when I
want
want to see Taylor McKee, game 17. When he out there, we ain't got nothing on the line. We playing them sorry
I
Giants.
want him in that game too. He's gonna start that game. He might go out early, but he's gonna start
Nah,
just
he ain't playing. We ain't even
just to
putting him
keep his
in.
start streak going. Yes, I want to see him out there. I want
We're
to
gonna be
see
like
Jalen
13
Hurts
and
be able to say,
14 and 2,
"I
something like
played
that.
every game in the season, so get off me." I want him to silence every
No,
single
no,
thing
no,
you can say
BG.
about the man.
No, BG.
Silence them
Yo, BG.
all.
We don't need no stat padders on our team, man. We just
Pad
let
your
him.
stats, Jalen.
No, let him be
We
on
don't do
ice.
that. We don't do
Let him
that.
be
Let
on
Jalen
ice.
get 4,000
That's
yards and see
Dallas.
what everybody say.
Dallas
Yes,
do
That's
let
that.
him be
Dallas.
on
Jalen really
ice.
pump our
Let him be
chest.
on
Be like,
ice.
That's a
get
Dak
up on
Prescott
my
thing.
phone, haters.
That's that thing.
I was
But
trying not to go there, Smitty. I was trying not to go
I'm
there, but
going. Listen, they fired me up yesterday. They tried to attack
I
me in this
seen it.
thing,
I
boy. I was
seen
on
it.
like, all
Twitter, wait,
right.
on Twitter.
No,
I did the
YouTube.
round table with Big
Oh,
Simples, Cole's Cowboy, and
Well, we're
Matt the
going to talk
Giant.
about that. It's all part of the Twitter stuff too. We're going to talk about that because I need to hear this. I need to hear this. So before we do that, hold on. Jalen will be the MVP this season. Mark my words. You're damn right. You're damn
Super Bowl.
right.
Hey, Super Bowl MVP, not just MVP, man. We didn't care about that.
Preach.
Two
Tell him to the
MVPs in
boys
the
in
same
the back.
season, baby.
Tell him to
Cause
the
it's like
boys.
if you just be honest with yourself, for real, guys. Be honest. Like one more step, even if you got 10% better, and like we run a simple ass offense. It's not that complicated. It's just what he does and the players that we surround him with that makes it hard to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's simple read. It makes it so easy. This guy is like going to be an elite precision passer just off that basis that we have elite talents on the outside, plus his running capabilities. Always going to keep those guys, stressed out. The linebackers going to be stressed out. The safety's going to be stressed out. We can get a guy like Quest to actually do his job and fill that number 3 receiver role, stretch the defense. Then the league is really in trouble. I see
Hold on, before
Jalen
we
going
move
for
off this
4,000
subject, I'm
yards.
finna send you something cool, Cat. I want you to put this up on the screen.
All right.
I want you to put this up on the screen. I sent it
Yeah,
to you.
Moan said she on the way. See, she on the chat. So salute to you, Moan.
Moni Mo,
Moan with the Spinoids.
Spizzords.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, yep. Yep. Hold on, Smitty. Talk about it while I get it up.
Y'all want to down my quarterback, right? Y'all want to say he ran for all these yards, he did all this, right? What's the second option when all your players are 15 yards down the field and you under pressure? There's no check down man. You run the ball. Guess who was last in check down rate?
you're right. Right.
We was.
And
We
you think
had
how
no
we
check down man.
and you think how he didn't recognize that? Why you think he made the moves that he made on offense? That's what I'm
That tell
saying,
you right
man.
there. If we could up the check down rate, we gonna get better already. It's gonna be a whole much different. We didn't have no 3.4%. So that's what? That's 3.4 snaps out of 100 that we had a
And for the
check
people
down man.
and for the people that want to talk, last time I checked, if he run it in or throw the ball and it's still 6 points.
Right?
It's still 6 points.
Even Nick said that. I don't care how he gets touchdowns. As long as he gets
Right.
them. Just get the touchdown. I don't care if he's running. And everybody want to see him do the fourth. I don't care if he's ever a 4,500-yard passer. The way his game is modeled, yeah, as long as he stays as consistent as he is, note what he had 6 turnovers last year. As long as he can stay, turnover free and healthy. I don't care if he throws for 45. If he's efficient and accurate and he's scoring touchdowns, who gives a hell?
And he got these
Yeah,
W's.
W's all day. We still will have 2,000-yard receivers, if not 3, regardless, every single year that they're together. I don't see that ever changing. Maybe the only thing that might change this year, I think Devontae might end up with the most yards this year. That might be the only thing that changes. Remember how that when Cooper was really good with the Cowboys and you had CD Lamb coming in and then he was the leading receiver, or even when it was CD or something, then what's that, Galloway or Galladay? What's his name? Gallup. Gallup came up there
Gallup.
and he led the team in reception. That's how it's going to be. Like you got to start looking at these our tight end. Goddard. You got to look at Quez. These guys can really have monster seasons if they get their, together. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and handle their business when they get the opportunity. Because guess what? If you do it early in the season, they're gonna get you later on in the season too. So
hey man, that landlord dude, he back to troll again. You don't got nothing better to do, bro. You was
Look
all
at
in my
Quez to do
round
what?
table trolling. You just a
Moni Mo
troll, bro.
with
Go
the
on about your business.
in the building. What up, sis?
What's up, y'all? What you talking
Go
about,
hang
Bird
out with
Gang?
them.
Look at Quiz.
Oh,
Look at wait for Quiz to do what?
do his damn dizzle. You know what I'm
What's his
saying? Like
dizzle?
be the
But
number
being not
three,
shizzle.
legitly the number 3 receiver. I think he can do it. I think he
He
can do it
getting
this
beat
year.
out.
he ain't the starter.
I
He
don't
ain't the
think he
starter,
can beat out.
BG.
He
I
So
don't
getting
think
beat
he
Oz,
can
out.
Oz
I
gonna
don't
be
think he
the
can beat out.
starter.
I don't think he can beat out.
You don't
Bro,
think
Yeah,
he
gonna
getting
be the
beat out?
starter.
No.
Oz gonna be the
Ojabari
starter, bro.
or whatever the boy name is.
Olamide
That
is the
dude,
keys.
he
He gonna be
plays
It's
the starter, bro.
Olamide. Olamide.
whatever. He played for the Atlanta Falcons,
Zacchaeus.
whatever. Am I supposed to give some guy that played for Atlanta some props? No. I'm going for the Philly
This
Lions.
boy crazy.
The
Yeah, look what
Philadelphia
he played with.
drafted.
He
The
played with
Philadelphia
Marcus
drafted
Mariota and
Quez
Desmond Ritter.
Watkins will be
Had
the
a ball
man
all
this
season.
year. Mark my words. Why Zacchaeus, he gonna come in, he gonna play.
Hey, you want to know the difference between Quez and Oz? You want to know the difference?
That's what we calling him now.
4 drops, four fumbles to 0.
He got hands,
4
bro.
drops to 0.
He
4 to
got
0.
hands, bro.
And
Really?
imagine him with
That's
Jalen
what I was
Hurts
gonna
in
say.
this offensive line.
That's
That
my
was
last
been
year.
him playing with.
0 drops.
That's my last year.
Yeah, we talking about last year.
He
Okay,
tried him
what
in
the year before that?
the biggest moments.
And we
Okay.
talking
BG tried
about
him in the biggest moments.
him playing with
You
Marcus
act like you never
Mariota.
seen Quez make plays before.
I watched
Here
him.
and
I watched him
there.
not make some too.
And the thing is consistency.
Yeah.
Hey, he was a little
Consistency.
heartbroken, guys. Come on. He went
Huh?
from being number 2 on the team to number 3. That's
Man,
a
it ain't nothing to do with that, man.
It
you
This
see
got
what
boy,
Oh,
happened to
stop
Rager?
it.
You
with
see
it
what
got
that.
nothing to
happened
do
to
with
Rager?
that.
You see what happened
Stop
to
it.
Rager? He still ain't bounced back from
What?
it.
First of all,
That's
Quest is
not
better than
nothing
Rigger.
to do with
Came
it.
out
Hey,
They got,
in a
Simone,
minute.
they got.
And
This
Simone, what's
dude,
the
Quez came
saying?
out in a
It's
minute.
what you
He
done
was
for me
not all
lately,
there
right?
mentally. He was in his feelings a little bit. You gotta give him
how
the
was you?
benefit of the doubt.
Why was you in your feelings? These guys, they live off competition. If you an athlete, you go into every new season knowing that your spot isn't guaranteed, and
Have
that
you
starts in little league, that starts in middle
have you
school,
played
that starts
sports,
in high
Simone?
school. If you get
Have you
frazzled because a guy come in and compete, then you wasn't him anyway.
have you played sports?
Yes,
Okay, have you started on the team, right?
in my relay, yes, and I
Okay,
kept
now
my
you
spot
started
each
now.
and every
Now
year.
imagine you started right, having the best year ever, and the next year
Relatively best year
somebody
compared to
comes
what?
and takes your spot.
He had a solid year
You
for
gonna be
an
in your feelings a little
underrated
bit.
guy. You act like he was putting up Jay Jetta's numbers. He was solid. He
And they
didn't
went and
do
got
nothing
AJ. They
exceptional.
didn't get a
That's
bum.
funny. He was silent,
Right.
but all the time we
Hey,
want to give
BG.
props to Ward. Oh, Ward's so good. Oh my God,
Yeah,
yeah.
as a
All this
four, as a
ball,
wide
oh my
receiver
God,
four.
Travis ball
Ain't
go.
nobody
But they
saying Greg
can't give
Ward need to
Quez his
be
goddamn
wide receiver
respect.
2-3. Yeah, Greg
What?
Ward is good for a wide receiver 4 for a once in a 5 games target, once in a 6 game target. Yeah, he good for that shit. Nobody said Greg Ward need to be the number 1 option. All this is relative to where you are on the where you are in the depth chart, the rotation.
What have you done for me lately? The last thing I remember is Quez dropping a pass in the Super Bowl. If he lose his spot, he lose his spot.
The last thing I remember is Ozzy wasn't on the team.
The last thing, what I
He
don't
just got on the team
understand
this year.
is this is what I don't get, y'all. Why
What?
Quez Watkins got this cult following, and where did it come from?
Because he got on Twitter and said he gonna make everybody eat their words.
From the very first year, I was
Yeah.
all in on Quest. I made Quest for the 3 video my first year podcast night, like one of my first videos. I've been on Quest's team.
That's
since the
great.
beginning.
When Quez was being reliable, we was all loving Quez. But like he said, it's what have you done for me lately? What did he do last season?
Hey, y'all, hey, did Devontae drop balls last year?
But
Did
did
AJ drop
Devontae
balls last year?
did
They
Devontae
both
come
dropped
up
balls
big
last year,
99.99999% of the
Right?
time?
They had more
You
options.
dropped balls and did
Hold
what
on.
else? Nothing.
Hold on. Tell me the pass Devontae dropped that cost us the game.
And let's talk about the game saving, the drive saving catches that Devontae has each and every game.
Quest scored some touchdowns last year.
Oh, he scored some touchdowns. That's the bar is in hell.
Hey, BG sounded like a Cowboy fan today.
That's
Listen, why? Because I love Quest. He's on our team, ain't he?
You making too many excuses for him, bro. He got to be held accountable.
Ain't no speed like that. And yes, like I said, he manned up to it. And as long as he mans up to it, I gotta give him this respect. And like he said, all y'all, because he was talking about y'all too, all y'all gonna be marketing, regretting y'all effing words, like he said. This year.
First of all, when they say stuff like that, we want to be wrong about you, Quez. You think we want you to say she? No, we want you to boss up and elevate into him. So I hope you do. Second of all, stop all the talking. When Jalen Hurts was in his shell evolving, was he talking or was he working? We ain't hear peep from Jalen on Twitter. Y'all watch, y'all watch, y'all watch. He just showed us on the field. Quez already talking and already worried about what we say. That's not a good sign.
He ain't built for this Philly talk, man.
Philly
gonna hold him accountable.
Olamide Zaccheaus didn't come here to sit and watch the other boys play. Olamide came here to compete. People saying Olamide is coming here to replace Zach Pascal. No, he is not. Olamide was like a third option for the Falcons last year. He came here because he said, "Oh, it's me versus Quez. I got this. Where the dotted line?"
Wait, who was 1 and 2? If he's a third option.
The light-skinned dude, Drake.
Oh, my boy, Drake London from U.S.C. I forgot about him.
And Kenny Pitts.
Yeah.
Second.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I was gonna hate, but I can.
And again, Marcus throwing to him versus Jalen. He basically did what Quez did with the guard throwing to him, and he has a mid now backup quarterback Marcus throwing to him.
I'm telling you, mark my words. Quez is getting 700 yards this year.
He's not gonna see the field that much to get 700. I promise you. They either going to split or Ozzy third right now. I'm trying to tell you, he does a lot more than Quez. Quez just going to get into the game for speed, and we need that in the play or two.
Quez gonna be the new Deshaun Jackson of the Eagles.
Quez Walker's was actually practicing kick return.
Did you disrespect?
I'm trying to go over it, y'all. I'm trying to go over that.
He disrespect.
All right. Before we get to the D-Jack topic, since Bird Gang pretty long want to talk Quez, let's go to the wide receiver part for OTAs. Bird Gang, we'll start with you. You see Quez, you saw AJ, Devontae. Congratulations on the new baby. So go ahead. What you see from the wide receivers in OTAs?
They working. You know, AJ running them routes look pretty smooth, man. They're both going to have really big years, I believe. I think, they had the best years ever by Eagles last year. So I think they're just going to double up on that this year. Maybe not double up, but, they're going to do better.
Yep. Mom?
Y'all know what I'm looking at. 1, good. 1.5, whatever AJ is, good. I got my eyes on that wide receiver 3 battle. Big eyes on it, okay? And that's what I'm looking at the most. Y'all know where I stand. I said what I said. I feel like Olamide gonna come in and, surprise some folks. Like I said, I live down here in Atlanta. I hear Olamide's name called every Sunday multiple times.
There you go. Smitty?
Listen, just like Simone said, the wide receiver 3 position is the only position you can talk about. The rest of it locked up. But Zaccheaus had a below average quarterback, a below average team, and he put up above average stats. If he could put up the same stats he put up last year with us, it probably is way better because he got a way better quarterback and way better pieces around him where he can get up the field. He don't have to be – he was really a distraction last year for the other guys to try to get open. He just happened to be the only one open. I don't think Quez is a natural slot. So that's a lot of the problem we got at the wide receiver 3 position. Quez ain't a slot. Quez is a backup outside guy, and that's what he's going to be at next year.
Do y'all think Quez going to want to trade?
No.
He can go to the Colts.
But you have to forget one thing about Ozzy. He was targeted a lot. He's not going to get that many targets here in Philly. So that's why he had.
He was targeted a lot because he had trash teammates.
Walkers the year before we had AJ, he was targeted more and he put up big numbers. So what's the difference?
Big numbers
What's the
is
difference?
relative, my guy, my
I'm just saying,
guy.
we have more
The
opportunities
bar
to
in
look
the wide
better.
receiver room was on the floor that year.
What was that?
The bar
We had
was on the
DeVonta Smith.
floor in our wide.
Maybe
Yes,
as
Hold
a
on,
rookie.
hold on.
that's it.
Hold on.
It was Smitty as a rookie.
Quez had more targets than Zacchaeus had last year, and Zacchaeus had more yards and more touchdowns.
And less drops. No
Yeah.
drops.
0 drops.
And remember the balls that's getting thrown to Quez was getting thrown to Olamide. Ain't the darts that Jalen was throwing.
Yep. King.
The
Man,
Quez folks
what can
shaking
I
in
say?
their
Oh
boots
my
right
class,
now.
I'm a rookie.
What can I say?
Guys, just stop it.
What can I say that hasn't been said already? Well, the two wide receivers that's locked up. The third wide receiver, I really believe that Olamide is going to take that position. I don't care what BG is saying. Quest is going to be that utility guy wherever we need you. You know, it's going to be like that chess piece. Right now he's working on kick returns, punt returns. You know, because of his speed. You know, he's worried about racing Devin Allen right now. That's what he's worried about. You know, Olamide is in there. You know, going to be making some plays, and I cannot wait until. You know, he's going to be making big plays for us down the stretch, especially at the goal line. Goal line when we need that pass, you know, we can rely on those hands more than Quez dropping the ball. Man, that's a nasty taste. Quez had way more drop passes or bad plays of him just giving up the ball to another team. He's tipping the ball to the other team more than catching the ball himself. So we can't say that like you said, he said that he had a bad season. But look, that was your time to shine because everybody's going to even double AJ. They're going to be on Smitty. That's your time to shine, especially when Dallas Goedert was out and you didn't really do too much except for that one game. And that one game, okay, you want to give him kudos for that. Cool. But after that, it was like he made some big drops that cost us games, especially in the biggest game. So
one play never costs us a game.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that game puts us in touchdown. That game puts us in touchdown red zone area, like the 3-4 yard line. We go up 10 if we score a touchdown. He cost that one.
So would y'all want D-Hop?
No.
Did we already talk about that?
Yeah.
Kinda.
So
I'm not appalled. I'm not appalled to it. I'm not gonna break my neck to get him though.
If he signed a veteran minimum a little higher than that, maybe.
So
no, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
I know.
He wants.
Well, Philly 500 gave me a take.
He want OBJ.
Philly 500 gave me a take.
So he
said Philly 500 said this is how it's gonna play out. He gonna sit on the market thinking he gonna get OBJ money like King DV said, but nobody gonna be coming. And he gonna be looking for a team that he can get on, and that's when the Eagles come into play when he want that $8 million deal. It ain't nobody out there with a lot of money to be really pay him $15 million right now.
And then what D-Hop are you getting? He ain't been number one in the league for a long time.
I can see him going to the Browns, like I said. I can see him go to the Browns.
Yeah.
Go hang out with Watson over there again.
Right.
Hey,
yep.
If he go to the Browns, you know he ain't want no chip.
I hope he get paid. Someone else pays him. Go ahead. You know. But the Eagles.
Yeah, because we got Quez, right? BG.
We got Quez, and not even them. What do you guys think about the other guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think Rambo gonna make a splash? You know, he was in the XFL. He had a good season over there before he came over. You know, we still got who else we got in that receiver squad? We had a couple.
WWE league.
Nagata.
Why are you looking past Olamide? We told you who the man is.
I'm looking for that fourth battle.
Hey, listen. You start letting too many people battle. Quez ain't gonna be here.
The 4 is Quez.
It's too early.
Yes. If he's lucky.
Wow.
Quez gonna be battling with them UDFAs.
Yep.
For real.
No. That performance all season, he belonged down there right now.
He gonna be battling with the Unfuzz.
Guess what? It's gonna make him stronger. He's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, a very strong wide receiver 4. Yeah.
You need to be in that locker room piping him up every game. Then if you gonna
the best 4 in the league, man.
Right, he gonna be the best 4th option. Shout out to him.
Oh wow. It'd be the fifth option then because he would already be the fourth at number 3 spot. And heck, the way they talk about Swift, he might even be the fifth at the number 3 spot. So,
we might as well trade his ass. Is what you saying?
I'm glad you
where
say
is the
Swift.
loyalty?
Where's the loyalty? The loyalty is
drafted
to
players, okay?
winning. The best for
That's
the
what it's all about,
birds.
bro.
This is a business, just like the boys say. This is a business
Business.
decision. This is a business, an establishment. If he was working for me, he would have been fired. Okay.
Wow.
DeAndre Swift, Penny, and the running backs.
Hang
Go ahead.
himself after the season.
Go ahead, Mo. What's your thoughts on the running back position led by Swift?
I love seeing that 0. Love seeing that 0. But I like what I'm seeing from the boys. I'm excited for the running back room. I think it's gonna have, just gonna come down to them guys staying healthy. That's the biggest thing. We got a lot of injury prone boys in the room. I'm ready to see what we're gonna get from Kenny. Everybody counting Kenny out. Everybody talking about our room. Oh, Penny and Swift. Let's not forget Gainwell. Okay. So yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Like the number 0 from Swift. Swift and Alameda Zacchaeus played in high school together. So they have that chemistry, you know what I'm saying? So they already got that locker room connection and whatnot. So
Yep. Smitty?
Well, I think we have a 3-headed monster coming. You know what I'm saying? Something we ain't had in a long time. I think we're gonna be real poised to test some up. You feel me? As Simone would say, some she. Cause we finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna turn up, man. I don't usually buy active players that ain't got big contracts jersey, but I might have to cop that 0.
yeah,
That 0 looking real tough. It's looking
Mhm.
real tough. I might cop it, and then when people be like, "Well, he ain't even on the team," like it was the first 0 ever. Had to get it.
Exactly. It's a legendary jersey.
So yeah, man, I think we good. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna split these carries, but I think it's gonna come down to I think however it come down to splitting these carries, we're gonna keep everybody healthy. You know what I'm saying? I think Penny, he can really wear a team down late in the game after Swift and Gainwell pretty much loosen them up. We could bring him in the fourth quarter and just pound you to sleep.
Exactly. King?
I don't see it like that. I basically see it being one of those competitive running back rooms. Whereas though if Kenny G does go from number 2 to number 3, he's going to take it some type of way, and he's going to prove it on the field. He's not going to let his words sit up there and get the best of him, or people get the best of him just talking about him. He's going to go out on that field and make stuff happen when he get his time to play. But I think Swift is going to be that number 1 option. I think Penny's going to be that number 2 option, because you want to have that switch up. You know what I'm saying? And Swift is going to open up the playbook a lot more, especially with him being able to catch his catching abilities behind the line, and also when we need him in the red zone, he's gonna be one of those guys that's going to have majority of the touches. But like you said, Smitty, it's going to be a 3-head monster. But Kenny G is going to really show out and show what he could do more, because a lot of people wasn't even counting him before we even got those two to start. I was like, give him a chance. He really played okay in the playoffs. Let's see what he could do. But since we got these two that's injury prone, I know that they're going to be mindful that they're injury prone, and if it's a little tweak of an ankle or a knee, it's gonna be.
Who injury prone, DV? Other than Penny?
No, I'm saying what people are saying. People are saying Swift is too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What I like,
games last year?
He missed 6 games altogether due to injury. The other 3 games, he lost his spot. He got DNPs.
What I like about Swift, y'all, he feel disrespected. So he gonna be ready to turn some shit up.
Did y'all not see how Detroit was celebrating in there when they got Gibbs?
And then in his press conference, when he was in his first press conference, he was saying how shocked and hurt he was. Now let that be a ripstick, to catapult an amazing season. We saw last year, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson disrespected, had his best season. James Bradbury felt disrespected, turned up. So hopefully DeAndre Swift is bottling up and gonna unleash you.
And he playing for the home. And he playing for the hometown too.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
he's gonna show
And he
out.
got his boy Alameda. They can both encourage each other.
And all the other
You gonna
Georgia
just
boys.
throw
He's from Georgia too. He's from Georgia too. You don't think he was at the last two championships? Sitting there in the crowd or on the sidelines with the Georgia boys when they won those championships. And when I did watch his what was it, his draft day video when he ran into Philly like that, that pumped me up. I was just thinking, man, he just got so much in common. I didn't even know he was part of the whole Philly culture like that. He was already big in Philly before, and I was watching a lot of Miles Sanders runs last year. He had a lot of big holes. Like a lot of those runs were easy money. And I think getting a guy like Swift, he's going to do even better than Miles did. And Miles was a Pro Bowl last year. So I can see Swift being if he can stay healthy, a first team All Pro running back on this roster, in this offense right now. And then in terms of backup, I like to say Penny, but I really think Gainwell's not going to let him have the number 2 spot. I think Gainwell will fight and he will push for more time and get more carries than Penny. At the end of the day, I think he's earned it over the last couple of years, and let's see what he got. I think Penny would just be your short yardage guy. If anybody gets hurt, you got a reliable backup there. And, it's going to be like a 3-headed monster, but like last year where, Agent Zero is going to be the lead dog, and the rest of these guys are going to come in accordingly.
And nobody's really talking about Boston Scott either. Boston Scott was with Quez Walker's. Yeah, he was with Quez Walker's working on that too. Just to say.
Yeah, he's going to be a kickoff return for sure.
Yeah.
We play the Giants, maybe.
That is true. Yep. Stoutland University offensive line battles. Let's talk about it. Bergen, your thoughts? What's up?
Our line is the greatest line in football, man. We've been the greatest line in football for a while. The only spot we're looking at to see who's going to win that right guard spot. That's the real only competition real out there right now. And I really think it's going to be Jurgensen. I really feel like Steen is a mauler. He's a bigger guy, probably better in the run game, you know what I'm saying? But I think they said Jurgensen bulked up to like 3. He's able to be up to like 310, so he got some size. That's about the same size, the same Malu play. And he's earned it. He's been in the system for a year. He understands the terminology that we're using. He's from Stoutland. He's had a full year teaching of Stoutland University. So I think he's earned his time, to play guard. And I think he's going to play it. And now, not to say Steen won't get some reps in there eventually, throughout the season. They like to do that. They like to get other, usually someone gets hurt for a couple plays or something. They like to get the backups in there sometime throughout the season. And he's going to be perfectly fine for next year when, Jurgensen moves over to center when Kels leaves, and he'll have a full year behind him. He's going to earn his time, and he'll be our right guard in the future.
Yep. Mo?
I'm definitely interested in that guard battle because I think a lot of people think it's just Cam Jurgens for the taking, but it's definitely going to be a battle between Tyler Steen, and Cam Jurgens. So we'll see who, like DG said, it was some truth finally to what he said, where he
Simone.
Jurgens has been in the system. He's got that year of Stoutland University education under his belt. He got to already play with these guys across his offensive line, learn and soak up. So he has a huge advantage, obviously, over Tyler Steen, but I think it's going to be something really to watch.
Yep.
Especially with Steen being such a high draft pick. But I will say this, Cam wasn't sounding, and I'm no, as y'all know, expert on composure, but Cam wasn't sounding very confident in his press conference.
I feel like he was basically saying he's not about to let the young bull come in and take his spot.
I mean, I feel like he wasn't giving very much. He didn't sound like he wasn't convincing. When you hear some people talk, you convinced by what they saying. He sounded like, in my opinion, he was trying to convince himself and others. Like, he ain't sound so sure.
Okay. Exactly. Smitty?
I think that right guard spot come down to a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a Stoutland call. So at the end of the day, whatever person Stoutland put in that position, I'm 100% confident behind that decision. You know what I'm saying? I think Cam Jurgens does have a leg up, but Tyler Steen a big boy, man, and that right guard position a little bit different than that center position. So if Tyler Steen can somehow get the leg up, he could be the starter, man. He got just as much of a chance as Cam to me. I think it's leaning a little bit more to Cam because of him knowing the playbook, knowing a little bit more, being able to get a little tools last year. But we don't know where Tyler Steen is at in his progression of, transitioning to the NFL. He could transition better than Cam and be there week one starter, or Cam could be there week one. But I'm okay with the decision, man. I think it's simple. That whoever Stoutland say go to, they go.
Yep. King?
I think Stoutland is going to actually trust Cam Jurgens more just because of that 1 year under his belt, he got with him. I think that Tyler Steen, him being the big guy, he needs, to do some more homework, just to, get more comfortable with the play calling, get comfortable with, we don't need nobody out there that's going to actually get us penalties to go back, which we were trying to move forward every single time we were on the field. So he is a big guy, and he's going against that defensive line, but at the same time, like we need somebody that's ready to go now, and Cam Jurgens is our best bet. Now, if say if Jason Kelsey does, get hurt for a couple plays or two, and Cam Jurgens had to move over to center, that's when you'll play somebody like Tyler Steen, see where he goes with that. Now, if Jason Kelsey can't go for the rest of the game, then you work with that line and get him some in-game reps. You know what I'm saying? So I really believe that up in the air, just if I had to guess, and just listening to the radio stations here in Philly, I really believe that Cam Jurgens is going to be the right guard starting out the season. Now I don't know the whole season, but starting out the season.
Yep. So let's go ahead and talk about the defense as a whole, what we liked and didn't like about that. Start us off, Smitty.
Okay, so I've heard some bad things about the safety position. So I'm kind of back on this Buda Baker train. Like, I kind of want to bring him back in now. I'm kind of looking at it because I heard they was getting a little toasty the other day in the 7-on-7. I ain't like how it looked it, but it's a long time before the season starts, so anything can change. I'm pretty solid with the cornerback position. We deep at D line. If at some point we need more depth, we'll bring somebody in. Linebacker, I'm high on Nicholas Morrow, but I think we could use some more depth. I think we can use another guy, because if Nakobe Dean or Nicholas Morrow go down, we stuck with Sean Bradley, Ellis, Patrick Johnson, whoever else, people that you don't even want to see on the field. So, in that position, I mean, it's a few weak positions, but I think we can work them all out, man. I think Sean Desai can orchestrate the defense and kind of fill those holes and the voids by manipulating the defense and just fooling the quarterback, fooling the other team. If we do end up going into the season with a few of these holes, I don't know. I think that safety position though, that Reed Blankenship, Terrell Edmonds, Justin Evans, Sidney Brown battle gonna be interesting though.
Yep. Mom?
I agree. The linebacker depth is looking real thin, if that even is the right term, because there really is no depth there. So it ain't even thin because it ain't even there. But I'm excited. Obviously, Jordan Davis, hearing him talk and just knowing how hungry he is, and him knowing what he need to work on, like being on the same page. Him knowing what his flaws are and what he needs to improve, that accountability is huge. And just him saying like how much he needs to work, how much he has to work on. He feel like a rookie himself, which is all fair. I love that mindset of him just ready to work and him being humble, and being able to self-critique himself. So I'm excited to see his development. The guys were high on the Kobe Dean. I won't say they were high on Nakobe Dean. They gave Nakobe Dean his props, but it's not like they were singing his praises. But they did say he got the green dot, so we'll see there. But they were extremely high on Sidney Brown. I feel like all the guys were talking about Sidney Brown and what a dog he is. So I think that's the guy I've been hearing like them talk about the most. I love Reed Blankenship mindset, having that same hungry mentality he had as a UDFA, going into this year, still fighting for his spot and just proving, even though he came in hot last season, him still being hungry and wanting to work. And him translating what Sean Desai said about wanting this defense to be filled.
Yep.
Hey, to build off what Simone said, Jordan Davis said something in his last little thing that kind of hit me. he said, you know, with having my brother next to me, we can have that chemistry. Like I was talking about the last show we had, like that chemistry to be like, hey, bro, I'm finna crash inside for this sack. Cover my back for me, please. He said he could do a lot of that with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Kobe Dean because they have that natural chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you can't create. So, you know, they come in and Jordan Davis like, bro, I know I can get this sack. Jalen Carter, look, take these two dudes that's supposed to block me. I'm gonna take the one-on-one. I'm gonna go get this sack for us. I like that. I like the attitude, man. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. King.
Yeah, but that vibe does work on certain plays, but you do got to accumulate all the defensive players, especially that front seven. You have to, because if they don't know what you're doing, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work, or somebody's just going to try to do something else, and then you got to move on to the next play. So I get what you saying, well, what they saying, but it does give that comfortability for Jordan Davis to actually be Jordan Davis and not be overweight Jordan Davis, the Jordan Davis that wasn't available all year.
Same.
So yeah, I'm saying that it does give that promise that Jordan Davis is going to be Jordan Davis, with Jalen Carter being on the opposing side or whatever. So, but with the running back, I think not running back, the linebacker, I think that we're okay. Because I know that Howie Roseman is going to do some patchwork. He's going to do some patchwork and get some other guys in there. We didn't get certain guys last year until late in August. So, I think that, he's looking around, trying to see who will be the perfect fit, the right fit, probably looking at those guys behind Morrow and Dean and just be like, yo, they're not it. So we got to get somebody in here that can make an impact. As far as the safety, I honestly, besides CJ, GJ, I think that was our weakest position last year on defense. But we so focused on the front seven, and that front seven can get us turnovers. That front seven can make it easier for like a Reed Blankenship to pick off of Aaron Rodgers. Even though he played a hell of a game that game, but let's be honest, that front seven actually got most of those turnovers if they didn't get a sack. So, not we're not going to even touch the two cornerbacks, but as far as the defense, I think we're okay now. Can we get better and room for improvement? Yes. But, to throw out like a name like Buda Baker or somebody like that, we got to be mindful that it still is a business. And I don't even know if, we can afford him. I know he wants to play for us, but at what cost?
Exactly. So, Smitty, I know you got something to say about when enemies clash. What was they talking on that show? Because you said something. What were they
Bro,
talking about?
listen, it was 3 bombs against the Eagles, man. All they wanted to do is go against us. Now, last year wasn't good enough. Jalen Hurts got to go through adversity. He has to somehow lose. Oh, the biggest one that killed me, right, was Cole saying, I want to see him lose A.J. Brown for the whole season. Why are you wishing a whole injury on us for the whole season? What is that going to prove if A.J. go down for the whole season?
You know what I would have did if I was in that enemies clash? I'd have said I'll be back, and then you would have just seen this, you would have seen that, and I wouldn't have came back. I'm serious, because keep arguing with these fools for what? Keep arguing with them and all that. The whole purpose is for y'all to talk about y'all team. Anytime the Eagles come up now, everybody want to jump on the Eagles. The Cowboys can talk about the Cowboys. The Giants can talk about the Giants. The Commanders can talk about the Commanders. They're going to always jump on the Eagles. So that's how they get they following and everything like that, by trolling the Eagles. We just got to sit up there and just focus on what we focus on, man, because they draw you in and then you get out of character. You get out of character, and then all of a sudden it's like now you right along with them. Almost. And you be like, yo, this ain't me. I want to come on here and talk about Eagles. Where I'm talking about Dakota Rain and all what they got going on over there. No.
I agree. Listen, LB said it best. LB said it best, King DV. Y'all sitting here telling me you can't wait for y'all quarterback to hush the haters, and he 8 years in. He ain't hushed them yet. He ain't gonna hush them at all. It's over with. That dude, there, man.
Yeah, come on in here, Mo. I know you got something to say about this. So come on in,
No,
sir.
that's a fact. How are you defending somebody 8 years in? He a veteran at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, you sound crazy. Like if he still need defending, then it ain't nothing to defend. It ain't nothing there. You sound crazy. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. He showed us he ain't changing. It's a grown man.
Hold on, but if y'all paying attention, they just changed the whole argument. Now they talking about Peyton Manning and Dak Prescott.
See, and that's why
Peyton Manning have a championship in 8 years. Why? Peyton Manning had an MVP. He had 5-6 consecutive 4,000-yard seasons, 30 touchdowns in almost all those seasons. He had a 50 touchdown season in that span. Come on, bro. Y'all cannot be compared to these people and then not looking at the stats, bro.
Wait, what? They're trying to compare him in a good way to Peyton?
They're saying that Dak and Peyton Manning are basically the same player because at 8-year span, Dak or Peyton Manning didn't have a Super Bowl.
Oh, brother.
But Peyton Manning had been all pro.
Was Peyton Manning leading the league in interceptions?
1 year. Now it's his rookie year.
at that point, bro, I would have said my Wi-Fi got cut off. Like at that point, I'm not listening to that no more. I'm not doing it.
Oh, bro, they wildin', bro. I can't do nothing but laugh at them clowns.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know, Cole's a cool guy, man, but you know, you got to keep it with your team, and I'm talking about my team, and then say, okay, what y'all think the record's going to be? This, that, and the third. Not sit up there and say, oh, what if he got AJ Brown out of here for a year? Then what? You know, not stuff like that. You know, I don't condone that. You know,
what
I would
does that
never
prove. What does that solve? Us losing AJ for a year.
Even if we lost AJ, that's not going to solve Dak from throwing them picks.
Right.
That's
right.
Weird activity, bro. I ain't got to the point. I was just sitting over here just listening.
It's that what I just heard. That's crazy. Which leads to the next topic, and the only topic that matters is we're going to continue on with the Eagles and Cowboy Twitter war, because apparently none of y'all on Twitter is listening to what we said last week. So apparently we gotta remind y'all what the heck we talked about. So Smitty, go ahead and start us off.
I'm gonna do it like this. My last day talking about the Cowboys is today, because week 1, as Cool Cat already told y'all, we played the Patriots. We don't play the Cowboys until week 9?
Yep.
I don't want to talk to y'all no more, bro. Y'all are retarded. Y'all are remedial, slow children. I don't want to have this conversation every week about Dak Prescott getting better as a senior citizen. We got to get past this, man. The man is grown. He about to be 30. He is what he is. If y'all don't believe the Eagles is better than Cowboys, Commanders, the Giants, I don't know. I don't know. I think we the best team, and we're gonna be the best team for probably the foreseeable future. These dudes, man, they holding on to fan bases and situations that came before half of the people that's talking about it was even born to see. It's getting ridiculous, man. It's out of hand, bro. Like, y'all are mad at us for making it to the Super Bowl last year, because y'all ain't made it since I was wearing diapers, probably. What is the issue, man? Y'all really going through something,
bro. Here's the thing, bro. So they not mad that, you know, we made it to the Super Bowl. They mad because it was us that did, if that makes any sense. Like, basically, why can't it be the Cowboys? Why can't it be the Commanders? Why can't it be the Giants with the best coach in the league last year, according to the Giants fans? And why can't it be them? You know, that's the reason why. As far as the Twitter war situation, it's not going to stop, honestly. You know, I've been watching. It's not going to stop unless the people that has the bigger followings stop this. You know what I'm saying? Like LB, I already talked to him. He said basically no, because they always started on Twitter. I'm not going to talk that much on a video, but then pops up on a video talk about Dak Prescott numbers and this, like, stop it. You know, Philly Mike said the same thing. and you know, Philly the podcast, he's gonna sit up there and say the same thing. I'm gonna go at them on Twitter because they come for us. I get it, but at the same time, like, that can't be our whole content. That can't. As content creators, we do, you know, have a team that we got to cover from the off season all the way to the last game of the season, regardless if that's a Super Bowl, regardless if that's a playoff game or the regular season. But we got a team that we got to, you know, and when we get to those teams that's coming for us, that's when we can, you know, talk about them. And that's all I got to say. Like, you know, you got to keep the main thing the main thing. You know, if we sitting up here, you know, rotting for the Philadelphia Eagles, win, lose, or draw, or, you know, want our team to win and go back to the Super Bowl, we got to be focused along with them as we are here right now talking about them. You know, I don't want to even talk about the Cowboys because that's not my team, and I could care less what that do at this point unless he's playing us.
Yep, Moan.
I agree. Like I said, it starts at the top. If it keeps going on, if it keeps getting engagement, but even if it's negative engagement, which it is 99.9% of the time, it's not gonna stop. It's a disease at this point, and it done spread too far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need a solo camp for this because apparently y'all didn't hear me when I said this. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I get it. We don't like them street rats. We don't like them little boys. Best line I've been using in weeks. So suit them on. Little boys, street rats. We hate them. We get it. But week 1, Gillette Stadium is filled to the brim because of this. Tom Brady is going to be retiring. He's going to be celebrated. It's going to be number 12 all over that stadium. You don't think the New England Patriots are going to be hyped? You don't think they're going to be motivated because of this? The New England Patriots are a bad team. How do you hype them up week 1? You bring in Tom Brady. You bring in Tom Brady. So that game, as much as we can say we're going to beat the New England Patriots, Tom Brady not be playing, but he's going to be in attendance. And that's going to hype everyone up in that stadium. Everyone. So you need to prepare for that. And also, you got stuff in your own backyard, too. Sean Desai, Brian Johnson, Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean, Jalen Carter. You got other stuff in your organization. This is the last week before training camp. The last week after this, everybody goes their separate ways until late July. Then we go to training camp. It's going to be quiet from this week on all the way to training camp. We don't need to be focusing on the Cowboys. If we have a round table, that should be the only time we deal with them. Your number one focus right now is the New England Patriots. Tom Brady is not playing, but don't think for one solitary second that stadium won't be rocking with a bunch of 12s. I swear to God, I'm telling y'all, all those Patriots players is not going to be happy if they let Tom Brady down. If they let them fans down as they celebrate Tom Brady. They're going to be celebrating Tom Brady. And guess who's planning to ruin the party? Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. You don't think they're going to like that? So your number one goal this week and training camp is the New England Patriots. If the Cowboys start talking, move on. Say what you say and move on, and that should be it. Don't have a long argument with these people. They're straight rats. They're little boys. Jerry Jones is 89 years old. That got interception problems. And this is the Philadelphia Eagles, not the Philadelphia Cowboys. Get your mind right. Get focused. Let's worry about the New England Patriots. The standard is the standard, people. And that's all I got to say about that. So before we wrap up the show, because I guess Berg ain't working, let's give our final message to the Philadelphia Eagles in this fan base before the final week of OTA. So start us off, King.
Man, all I got to really say is that just be in tune with everybody's channel, man. Everybody brings something different um, about these OTAs, hitting into training camp and preseason, then the regular season. Just tune into everybody's channel, man. Support everybody's channel because we could give you something every day of the week. We thank y'all for your support and everybody. It's free 99 to just subscribe to a channel, just to check somebody out. So that's all I got to say about that. And then also with the fan base, just 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 support your team. Don't even support. Don't even go on Twitter to try to troll, or get caught up in that trolling. Just support your team and just move forward. Follow the guys that you follow for the Philly news and things like that, and then just move on. That's it.
Yep, Smitty.
Hey, listen, man. As a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, you should have no bad days. It should be all good days because we are on the golden era, and most teams don't get to see this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be happy. Y'all should be content. Don't keep, giving everybody juice. You know what I'm saying? Don't give everybody sugar to make Kool-Aid. It don't always work out good. Right now, man, I just want to say thank you to all the followers, man, that come out and support us, man. I'm happy to be a part of the Birds of Broad Street. The chances I do get, so I mean, I appreciate it. Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Man, tune in, man. Me and King DV inside the nest. Hey, man, we could bring y'all another one. We just trying to give y'all everything we can, man. As content creators, as Philadelphia Eagle fans, we can only give you what we can. I just want to say thank you to all y'all, man, and appreciate it.
Yep, Mo.
Man, it got real emotional. So let me keep it on the same vibe, I guess. But y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning into my channel, rocking with me, putting up with my bougie. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all said, it's gonna be a good training camp. It's a lot of storylines to watch this year at camp. I feel like more storylines this year than it was last year to watch at camp. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for everybody videos. Everybody bring a new flavor. Everybody bring a new spin to their videos, even though we all talking about the same G. It's a bunch of different perspectives. So make sure y'all checking everybody out and subscribe.
Exactly. And guys, we'll be back next week. We're going to start our Broad Street power rankings. We're going to start it off with the QB list. So be on the lookout for everybody listening stuff. We're going to have Notion and Trey, and we're going to bring back Smitty and King DV. We're going to have the whole crew back in. So, guys, listen, get your mind right, get focused. You got the New England Patriots. I better not see.
BG.
Oh, there's BG. BG, before we go, BG, your thoughts on the Twitter, the defense.
What?
The defense. We talked about the deep. While you was gone, we talked about the defense.
Oh, okay. The defense is amazing, as per usual. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the Eagles defense. We're gonna have the best defense in the league this year. I really think that this defense is good enough to even break the sack record this year. With the talent. A big guy that I'm really promoting right now is Jordan Davis. I think Jordan Davis is going to be our lead DT. I know a lot of people think it's going to be Jalen Carter or it's going to be Fletch coming out, but I really think that Jordan Davis is going to be the lead DT. He came out, he realized that, he didn't live up to what his expectations were last year. He knows the expectations this year, and he knows there's some bulls behind him that want to get in the game, so he's going to have to hold down that spot. So with all his athleticism, his strength, his size, I think if he comes out on point this year, he could be one of the most dominating, DTs in the game. I know a lot of people just look at him as a run stuffer, but the athleticism and speed, I think he's going to be able to get some sacks this year. So I think overall the defense is good. I'm happy N'Kobe Dean's going to be back there with his boys, Nolan Smith. I think all the Georgia boys are going to get a lot of time back there on this defense. Even Aringo, I think he's going to get some snaps this year, at the cornerback position too. So, the sky's the limit for this defense. I think everything is on par for the season. If we add anybody, it'll be a luxury, and it is what it is.
Yep. Next up, BG. We talked about the Cowboys Eagles Twitter war. What's your thoughts on that?
There's no war. They just want to be us. So I don't even get into all that with them. Their team's trash. We're the best. All they want to do is stay relevant. So don't even get into that kind of stuff.
Yep. And finally, before we wrap up, BG, your final message to the Eagles and the Eagles Nation before we get ready to end OTAs.
Be excited. We're about to have a better season than last year. I'm telling you right now, 15-2 is the Eagles this year. Super Bowl champions, baby. Just be excited. And we got a long ways to the season start, but it's only gonna get better between now and then. So I'm excited, and I want you guys to be just as excited as me, man.
And with that, yep. And with that, let's get BG and the crew to work. With that, I'm your boy, Mizzy Miss Cool Cat, you represent the Birds, and we'll see y'all next week.